Hello, friends. Good evening. Just to make sure if you guys can hear me, let me check here on Facebook. How is the weather in Dublin, guys? Quite cold, isn't it? I guess in America is the same. At least here in Brazil, it's quite nice and warm. Check how is the sound. Can anyone say to me how is the sound, guys? Can you hear me properly? As Stevan, we won't come here for now. He's coming in the next few minutes. So we give 2 more minutes. Hello, Paula. How are you? Thanks for letting me know the sound is good. Okay. Okay, guys. So let's start doing our initial prayer. So I'm going to be asking everyone, whoever is feeling comfortable, to close your eyes, take a deep breath. Would like to thank God for the lives that we have, for the opportunity to be here again with the Spirit Society of Ireland, being able to talk about Spiritism. Sorry, guys, the sound. Sorry, guys, the sound has a problem. Just 1 second in the middle of the prayer. Okay, guys. So let's be thankful for what we have. Oh, this sound is terrible. Sorry, guys. Hello. Can you hear me, guys? There is an echo. Hello. Sorry, guys. We are having some technical issues here with the sound tonight. I'm terrible sorry. If there is some echo here, guys, please forgive me. Oh, God. Let me see now. Still some echo. Can you hear me now, guys? Can anyone say to me that if you guys can hear me properly? We were having some issues here with the sound tonight. We are terrible sorry. But okay, guys, so just let me know if you guys can hear me. We were having some sound problems here tonight. So please forgive me. So sorry, Paula. Sorry, guys. Sorry, Leah. Sorry, everyone. So, guys, we're going to do the restart again. Thanks, Chris. I think that was because of my mic and the computer. Okay, guys. So, in order to restart again, we would like to invite everyone, if you guys feel comfortable, to take a deep breath. Let's be thankful for the lives we have. Let's be thankful again to be among friends here in the Spirit Society of Ireland, uniting everyone who wants to understand a little bit more about Spiritism in English, trying to spread this philosophy, which has helped so many people, including myself. Let's understand that in life we always gonna have troubles. Sometimes troubles with the sound, but sometimes bigger ones. But let's not forget that God and the good spirits are here to support and guide us. However, we must allow opening our hearts and our minds to their intuition, to their guidance. So let's be thankful for what we have. Let's start one more Tuesday here talking about Spiritism. Thank God, and so be it. Okay, guys. Again, we are back. No more problems. We're gonna be talking here today about dwelling, which is chapter 12, item 11. And once we are talking about dwelling, some people they may say, Vanille, I believe maybe Kardec's book is a bit old because we don't really do dwelling anymore. Some people they may say, but here, when the spirits and Kardec are talking about dwelling, yes, they were talking about when two people, most of the time men, they used to face each other with a sword or perhaps with a gun and try to fight each other because of their honor. So, because they believed that their honor was hurt, they believe they have the right to go and face that person and say, "You did that to me. Let's fight like two men." But the spirits explain to us that this that we call dwelling, that even if you don't see nowadays, as we used to see in the 19th century, in the 18th century, still happening nowadays. We have an example. For example, when you are in the traffic, you have your car and someone crosses in front of you. Most of us, or some of us, not most, sorry guys, but some of us, we find ourselves in the right of stopping and shouting at that person. Some people, they even try to go and fight against that person. So we feel that our honor was hurt. We believe that person is wrong. So we go there and we try to fight that person. That's more or less like a dwelling nowadays. But here, the spirits they try to explain to us that this habit of dwelling is something that with time it will be forgotten in history because that's something quite primitive. When two people, two men, most of the time, as we said, they're gonna fight each other because they believe, they have the right to go and challenge that person. But that goes completely against Christianity teachings. That goes completely against the Spiritist teachings. Because here we have two points. The first one, who's gonna go and ask someone else to dwell in, because maybe he's a good fighter, a good sword fighter, or maybe he's a good fighter, for example, or he knows how to shoot properly with a gun. He's gonna ask someone to dwell in them because he believes he has that right, as we said. But maybe he's a good fighter, and maybe the other one doesn't know how to use a sword, for example. Then we have two troubles here in this situation. Because here we have someone who knows he's good and the other one is weak. So here we can say that that person who is challenging someone to dwelling is more like someone who is about to commit a homicide. And that one who knows he's weak, but he's going to accept the challenge, he's going to accept the dwelling, is more or less like a suicidal. Why? Because he knows he's gonna lose. He's aware that he cannot fight that person back. He's aware that that fight for him, it's a lost fight. So in this case, we have two problems. Someone who is about to kill someone who knows who is going to die because he doesn't have the strength and the ability to fight back. So we have a suicidal and a homicidal here in this situation. And the spirits are trying to explain to us that both of cases, they're going to carry their death in the law of action and reaction. Because we have to understand, both of them, they are aware of the situation. They are in a situation where they could have said, no, I don't accept. Okay, you won. Happy days for you. But of course, there are times that, especially in the 19th century or even before, where people, they were challenged and they have to fight back because it was a matter of life and death. Okay, we understand that maybe happening in the past, but nowadays there's no more reason to someone to stop in the traffic, for example, say something to you and you go there and fight back. We have no reason to go anymore and use these primary instincts that we had like before. Because now we have certain knowledge, we have Spiritism, we have other philosophies who have brought to us this knowledge that dwelling is not something good to anyone. That's something which is only fits in violent societies, in primitive societies. But as you know, in Spiritism, we are changing this. We are in the middle of the change, where the primitive society will be left back. Let me give an example. Once you see someone cutting someone's head in the TV, doesn't matter, how, we always go and find that's too crazy, that's too much, that's not correct. Some people, they believe that's quite a barbaric action. But if you take our past 1,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago, 700 years ago, whatever, that used to be something quite common. But people at that time, they thought that was okay. But nowadays we find that completely unacceptable. And that happens with society. And that, according to the spirits, will happen also with the dwelling. This action of two men fight each other because of honor, to prove something to them and to society, that's a quite primitive habit. And the spirits, they say, that's going to end. You guys only going to be talking about dwelling in the future when you are reading your history books, seeing how society was primitive, And the spirits, they say to us that there is much more strength in a situation that someone challenges us, but instead of fighting back, we try to calm down, we try to analyze the situation, and even if we are correct, if you are right, if you have the right to fight back, if we don't. Let's go back to the Bible, for example, when we have Christ saying to someone, when someone hurts your left side, give your right side, give your left cheek, your right cheek. Was Jesus saying to us, if someone goes there and beat in your face, give the other face to beat? Not really. What was Jesus saying? Actually, if someone hurts you, don't hurt back like he did to you. Otherwise, if we take Jesus' words literally, we will have no face anymore. Someone who hurts us, we say, come on, hurt me more. That's not what Jesus meant. He was trying to say to us, if someone hurt you, don't hurt back like he did. Don't commit the same action. Otherwise, you're going to be in the same position. Or in another time, when we have there, when Jesus, before he was sent to the Romans to be crucified, the Romans, they came to get Jesus, in the evening, and Peter gets his sword and tried to fight back the Romans, or I'm not sure if it was a Roman or a Jewish soldier. And Peter gets his sword and cuts his ear. And Jesus said, Peter, put back your sword, because those who hurt by the sword also will be hurted by the sword in the future, saying, if you do something bad against someone, if you use your force against someone, that's going to come to you also. So he was saying to Peter, no, Peter, do not fight back, do not dwell in. So Jesus was explaining to us that it's much more difficult. It requires much more courage in a situation that you are right. And even though we don't fight back, you say, that's okay. If you want to do this, it's up to you. But I'm not going to allow you to get into my vibration. I'm not going to allow you to destroy my day. I'm not going to allow you to do this and put myself in a situation where I'm going to be the same as you. So Jesus saying to us, let's not do the same. And that's the entire idea of the dwelling here. And we have to understand also that until we still have this kind of habits of hurting someone back, according to the Bible, we always have the word, the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of God. We have to understand that there will be never a kingdom of God or a kingdom of heaven, or there will be no such place like this if we don't stop doing these actions, these primitive actions. Of course, when Jesus says this, the kingdom of heaven, it's a figure of speech. What Jesus is trying to say with by the word kingdom of heaven is our inner peace. So our kingdom of heaven, it's our kingdom of heaven. It's not the entire kingdom of heaven. It's like once he mentions this, he's trying to talk about our inner peace. Like once we find such a stage of peace of mind, that nothing can really hurt us, because we know that what we are doing is the correct thing. What we are doing is not only good for us, but it's good for the others. But once Jesus talks about here, once we have here in the gospel, that they say, as long as one drop of human blood runs over earth as the result of human hands, the true kingdom of God will not arrive. So what is he saying here? That until we have these kind of things, the word of what we call regeneration will not come. Yeah, we are talking here about regeneration again, because sometimes, as we said many times here with Stevan, that regeneration is not something, it's not a stage which comes from black to white, white to black. It's not like this. There is many nuances in the middle. But for us, we have to understand that if we want to be in a place full of peace, we have to be the peacemakers. We have to be the ones who are creating peace. We have to be the ones who are not fighting back, because if we're still doing this, as the bishop Adolf here says in the Gospel according to Spiritism, that won't happen. So the dwelling, it's something that we have to live back. We have to stop doing this. But of course, as we said before in the past, that may fit us. But guys, we are in the time of the internet. We are in the time where we have the information, where we have a lot of knowledge, surrounding us. So we should not fight back. I mean, we should not even be fighting anymore. But I know it's difficult, because we have so many people who are still with this anger inside themselves. We are still in a world where people they believe the stronger is the one who deserves more. The stronger is that one who hurts more, who is able to defend themselves. But Chico Xavier said once, be the one who receives the pain, but never, never be the one who causes pain to the other. So what Chico is saying, it's much better for you to be hurt than to be hurting someone. So we are in this phase that if we are those ones who are still finding that we have the right to hurt someone because someone did something against us, we are still in the right of saying something to someone because someone said something to us, then we are equalizing ourselves to that person. Doesn't matter if you are right or not, we are equal to them. Okay? Of course, there are situations and situations, but as we have to understand that there is much more courage in not fighting back, which is difficult. At least for myself, it's difficult. If there is anyone else here who have the same difficulty, please write down, because we want to know if you guys have also any questions. But for me, it's much harder when I know I'm right. Let's put in the traffic, for example. If I'm driving or if I'm riding a motorbike, if I know I'm correct, I'm 100% right, that's my right. The person did some mistake in the traffic. I believe it's natural for us to think, okay, that person is wrong, I'm going to say whatever I want. Sometimes we do this. But once we are doing this, we are being more or less like hypocrites. Hypocrites, not hypocrites. Hypocrites is the Greek guy. We are being hypocrites because we are saying something here in their lives, but we are not putting that into actions in our daily lives. And Sometimes, of course, we do this. It's natural because it's much easier for us to say than to act. But at least here, we are in a group of people that I'm 100% sure there is no angels here. If there is someone who is an angel here by mistake, guys, please let us know. We're going to put you in the correct life because you are in the wrong channel. But what I'm trying to say is like this. Here, even if there is no perfect people, we are. I believe we are here. Most of us, we are trying our best. We are trying to understand, to study Spiritism and all other philosophies who can help us also quite a lot in order to change our actions. But this action of changing our own actions takes time. That's why, the act of fighting back the dwelling, it's something which even we know we're gonna have to leave that back. Sometimes we're gonna be failing and fight backing, or find that we are in a situation that I don't care. I have the right to say or to act in the way I want because that person did that to me. And as we said here many times, I read, once you do this, you fall in the same trap. So we have to understand that sometimes there are some situations where we want to save our honor. We go there and we might hurt someone, but sometimes we're gonna put our life and our family's life in danger forever because of one fight back that we do. Maybe we hurt someone, and that action may bring ourselves to prison or someone that love to in a difficult situation. I'm gonna give an example. A friend of mine, sorry guys, computer here. A friend of mine has a cousin who passed away in a driving accident, and the driver, he was drunk, he was completely wrong, and he didn't die, but the girl passed away. Her father, uh, who wants to fight back, he went there and he got the guy and he killed the guy. Why? Because he thought the guy was drunk. The guy killed my daughter driving like crazy. I have the right to go and kill that guy. The guy, as I said, this man killed that guy, but this man now is in prison, and his entire family is in a big trouble because his entire family lost a girl in a car crash, but also lost their father. And I think they were seven or six, something like this. So because of this um, feeling, because of this idea that I have the right to go there, back, to prove, to save my honor, the guy destroyed his life and his family life. That's why we have to be careful with this idea of dwelling or fighting back. But Steven is here. Hello, Steven.
Hey, how are you? Thank you. Hello, guys. How are you?
Cannot hear you.
Oh, not hear me?
Uh,
Nothing. You cannot hear me?
I think we cannot hear you, Steven, yet.
And now? Nothing?
No. Can you guys hear Steven? Okay, so maybe it's my phone, Steven. Okay, we can hear Steven. I hope you guys can.
Okay, great.
I
Thank
was
you.
talking for 40 minutes. I hope everyone heard me.
Yeah. I
Maybe, you
was
never know.
I
Everyone
was
was talking
listening.
here. Okay, that's good to know, Leandro. Thanks, man. Leandro is here. It's nice. I didn't know. Don also is here. I didn't know.
Yeah. Hobby's here. Everybody's here. Okay. I think I'm gonna be out for a while because when you have everybody
I
join, you see?
can't hear you,
That's good.
Steven. So it's my phone probably. Go ahead, Steve. I'm gonna try to check my phone
Here.
here.
And now can you hear me? Okay. Um, just just sit on one part of when I was studying today for this this conversation. I remember one of the examples happened not to me, but happened to a friend of mine, and how how it works. And um the dwelling today, it's it exists. It doesn't exist in the, let's say, the old time format day, okay, in which one will survive. The dwelling exists today with people making harassment in the work, racism, all these type of things, like uh, um, a manager just try to make employee lives miserable, and we know the manager is higher than the employee, and everybody knows where it will end up. And when I was thinking about it, I remember this episode which happened to a friend of mine. He used to work in a company, and a manager of this company, the director, I think the director of this company, uh, he didn't like one employee. And this employee, everybody in the company loved him. He's doing amazing things, not just in the professional way, but in his charisma, his attitudes towards the other colleagues. So it was amazing. And I don't know, after 3 or 4 years trying to fire him, finally he got. Okay. So in that day, he fired him. I don't recall what was the reason, but he fired the guy. And the guy was on his last day, he had said bye to everybody and he left the company. And he was walking to the bus stop in order to get his bus and go home. And he was walking, and then he saw with a building near the company. He saw a baby on the third floor of this building playing in the balcony of the apartment, and he saw, okay, may have a problem here, and he just crossed the street, and he was at the on the streets level watching the baby, and that happened. The baby fall the balcony, and luckily he was there and he could catch the baby. After he caught the baby, the mom came in. Oh, all desperate things. No, he said, "Oh, you need to come here. You save my." I think it was a girl. You save my daughter. Blah 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 blah, blah all that thing. She phoned to her husband. Oh, darling, when you come here, you see the angel appear in our life. This. Okay, great. He didn't leave. She didn't let the guy go out. She stayed there. He was there. And then the husband arrived. Guess who was the father of that daughter? The husband of that woman. His ex-director. You know, and At the moment when he saw, when the wife said, "Darling, this is the angel who saved our life, our daughter's life," he just looked at the guy and cried. He just cried. The long short story is, after this, of course, the guy got his his job back, of course, you know, and I don't know. This is a kind of dwelling we need to face every day. This is of a kind of dwelling we have every day in our lives. Uh, when we say, "Oh, I don't like you," you may have your reasons. Of course, you may have. But what I'm saying to you is these reasons right for you? Are you being a Christian? That is a that is I even put it here. There is a saying here, I think for Saint Augustine. Let me see. Yeah, no, it's from Francois Xavier. From He said, "Ask yourself if you are behaving like a Christian." Everybody does. Everybody has your own challenge. Everybody has your problems. Everybody has your moment of difficulties. Everybody has, "Oh, I don't like that person. I like this one." You have your favorite. You don't have your favorite. Sometimes when you look to someone, I didn't like that person, or sometimes I love that person. So everyone has these moments. But what Francois Xavier is saying here is, before you're doing anything, even for good or even for bad intention, am I behavior like a Christian? Christian here is not on the side of Catholic, the religion side. Christian in terms of, am I putting love before anything? Am I helping that person, or am I make that person feeling worst? Am I make this person a favor, or am I a stone in in her way? So all these questions we need to ask to ourselves. How to rely on this? That's the sense Francois Xavier said here. Am I behaving like a Christian? So my question to you now is, are you behaving like a Christian in your work, in your house, with your family, among your friends, in if you're not spiritist, you don't go to a spirit center, but if you are another religion, are you being a true Catholic, a true Protestant, a true uh, uh, Buddhist, whatever? Are you acting according to the lessons, or you are just being Catholic, Protestant, Buddhist when you are in the temple or when you are in the church? It's easy for being a Catholic for 2 or 3 hours. Why? How long lasts the mass? Or why are you in the temple? It's easy. When you go to the spirit center, you just need to stay there for listen the talk, have your healing, drink the fluidified water, and go home. Easy. And when you got to, when you and next day when you wake up and go to work, you are the worst employee or manager or director or colleague, being selfish, being rude. That's exactly what Leah said here, lip service. So this is a kind of dwelling. This is the dwelling we are saying here. We don't need to go anymore armed with swords or guns or everything. We don't know if you return home like the old times, no, because we never know if someone gonna challenge me on the street. But we evolve, yes, we evolve because now we don't carry any weapons, but we still have the weapon in our mouth. Okay, by the way, I just give my 2 cents in relation to all this here.
Now, Steve, I think I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. Uh, as we said before, the times of the swords and the killing each other is gone. Is it echoing for you, Steven?
Yes,
I don't know what's going on.
you have some mic open somewhere, you know.
Okay. Maybe, yeah, you're correct. Let me see again. Change. Okay, guys, so I guess it's better now. Is it, Steven?
Better now.
So, as we said many times, I said before, Steven said now, this time of using swords and weapons, it's gonna be ending soon. Because soon enough, society will understand that no man should have the right to kill each other. Like we have now the weapon industry, which is one of the biggest in the world, but that time will be gone before we open our eyes, because we have to understand that once the spirits, the good spirits, they are planning this change, they are sending good spirits to earth, they are sending more evolved ones to help us to leave these barbaric instincts and habits in the past. So this change will happen, guys. You guys can be sure. But like Steven said, we have a second problem now. How about the swords that we carry inside of our hearts? When we hurt someone with our words, once we go there and say whatever we want to say to people because we think we are honest, that's a bit more challenging. But this will also be extinct because there is no way that Earth will change without us changing before. But even if we don't want to change, the march of progress, like Kardec says in the Spirit's book, will happen, even if we don't want. Because those who doesn't want, they're gonna die, and once they pass away, they not come back to Earth anymore. They're gonna go to different places. So these instincts and habits which they are carrying, they're not gonna fit in on Earth anymore. So, guy, what I'm trying to say is like this. Like Saint Augustine said here in the end of chapter 12, this time of barbaric will be gone sometime soon. The problem is what will happen while this we are living this time. We're gonna feel pain, we're gonna be hurt, we might hurt each other also. That's why we have to use Spiritism as an inspiration to help us, or Christian truths, or Buddhism, Islamic traditions. So all the societies they have some level of spirituality which can help us. But that's what Stephen said. Doesn't matter how many good spirits they come to Earth if you are not following, if you are not doing the basics. Because we can have Spiritism, which is a beautiful philosophy with so many nice teachings, but the basics we are not doing. We just try to be a bit more tolerant, to have more empathy, to be kind to each other, to not fight back once we can, to try to forgive as much as we can. So, guys, once we don't do this, these barbaric traditions won't leave us and won't leave Earth. What do you think, Steve? Because the sound for me is still a bit bad.
No, it's I completely agree what you were saying. That's completely right. You know, sometimes people like to you should kill me instead of saying what you were saying. You know,
Yeah,
so this is a lesson we need to learn every day. Sometimes we need to be fair here. Sometimes we are saying terrible things to someone and we don't know.
very true.
No, and or this is not our intention. Just because we were in a you know bad day, all the worst things happen, all blah 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 blah, and then the first person who appear in front to you, you say everything you want to say, and that the thing like the wrong person, wrong time, wrong place, wrong thing, and all it happens. So how to behave when you have this? Unfortunately, after you say something, you cannot catch it this back. Is already said. But the first thing is recognize your error. Recognize that you made a mistake. Make sure to look at the eyes that person, and you can even explain your reasons. You know, but make sure to show that person you regret about what you did. So that's the point here, is showing our other face. Show like, hey, oh, I'm so sorry, I screw up here. I apologies. I'm so bad. So this is the first step. But however, how many people just, oh no, if that person don't complain, don't say anything. People run away from their responsibilities. So that's it. That's all I think. Madalena.
Sorry, Steven, the call was breaking. What did you say?
No, it's your call now. Yeah, just pass the ball.
Oh, as we said before, I think we spoke a lot about here, chapter 12. What we have to understand basically is how we're gonna be using our truth, as we're gonna be using what we believe it's correct, what we believe it's the truth. We have an example which I mentioned before in the book Shelf of Life, I believe, Estante da Vida, Chico Xavier and Humberto de Campos, where we have a situation that the Apostle Peter, he thought he was correct 100% because he was with Christ all the time. He heard Christ talking about these beautiful things, around Galilee. And once Jesus brings some people to him, he thought he could simply say whatever he wanted to say because that was his truth. So he didn't realize that he was hurting those ones because he thought, okay, what I'm saying is the truth. It's a fact. So if it's a fact, I can say you steal, you killed, you whatever, you cheated on your wife, your husband, whatever. So that's a fact. If you did, there is no problem if I say that. If I put the finger on your pain. But Peter forgot about one thing, that what Jesus was trying to teach everyone was to forgive and to be kind and not to fight back, as we said, not to use our tongue as a weapon. But Peter, like most of us, he thought, I don't care. I'm an honest person. If it's true, it's true. I'm gonna say whoever is gonna hurt. No, guys, it's not like this. So it doesn't matter which situation you are. If you're at work, in a relationship with a friend, even if you believe 100% that you are right, that person must hear what you have to say, go like Santa Agustin say, because he teaches us to go easy and say, if you go there and use the truth as a weapon, you're not going to help that person. You're going to make that person to go away, to create anger against you. Otherwise, guys, I tell you something. All the people who are in the prisons, if they stay there, once they leave prison, they're going to be like angels. Because I'm not saying that everyone who is there committed a crime 100%, but let's say that 70% of those who are in prisons nowadays around the world, they committed a crime. And all the abuse that they suffered, especially in Brazil or South America, I'm not sure in other countries, where the police is quite brutal, and the prison system is not really the best. Once they leave, they're supposed to be angels because they committed a crime. They were hearing the truth. They committed a crime, but because of their abuses, they didn't change. Why didn't change? Because force, brutality, anger does not change ourselves. What changes ourselves is love, is comprehension, it's empathy. That's why instead of bringing a sword, Jesus was bringing words. He was bringing kindness to the others. Because if we fall in this trap that we can say whatever we want, guys, no one's gonna like you. You're gonna be that one that once you are in the group, everyone says, "Oh, Vanderlei is coming. Let's change the subject."
Yeah.
He's coming. Let's change him because he's gonna say something. He's the honest guy. No, guys, come on. Don't be that one. If even if you know you're correct, be kind, calm down, like we say in Italian, piano, easy. Otherwise, guys, no one's gonna be really able to stay close to you. You're gonna be that one who is, even if you are right, no one's gonna be able to stay close to you more than 5 minutes. That's an advice because I used to be someone who thought that the truth supposed to be said all the time at all time doesn't matter,
No,
and that guy was.
I would say the truth must be said all the time, but there is ways you have to say
There
the
is ways
truth.
of saying yes.
You know, you cannot be a two-faced person.
Of course, yeah, that's what they meant. Thanks, Steven.
But the truth must be said. But there is ways and moments when you have to say it. Oh, I'm a true person. I say, okay, great. That compliments to you. You are not a two-faced person, but you need to say the truth in the correct moment, in the correct way. You can you can say true things to someone with nice words, give an example. Instead of say, hey, you are so selfish, Vanderlei, you are selfish, I don't like this, you have a bad taste. Oh, do a better haircut, do this. I can say, but look at me, how I say about something if I don't apply this to my life. How you can say to someone you need to be a humble person if you are not a humble person? How can say to someone you are selfish person if you are not, if you are a selfish person? So always we have here the mirror in front of us. When we are looking to someone, we are looking to a mirror, because most of the times when we found a problem or a bad thing someone, it means we have these as well, yeah, and a lot, perhaps more than what you found in that person. Once we believe that when I look to someone, I'm looking to a mirror. Things change. Things change. Okay. Now you are on mute, my friend.
That here makes a lot of sense. Live the words we study at all times. So we should really not really be talking about spiritism, but be living spiritism,
Yeah.
living in spiritism at all time. Which is difficult.
Yeah. Exactly. And I think that's it, my friend. We covered the entire
Yeah, we
chapter.
covered everything.
Yeah, next Tuesday. Next Tuesday we will have um, Roberto Watanabe with us. Okay, so he'll be here with us. Um, let me see what's the topic. Yeah, yeah, Roberto be with us, and I hope you enjoy. Also, I want to invite you to keep staying connected because 8:30 we will start our virtual healing. Everybody's more than welcome to join. Just go to our YouTube page and you see it's 15 minutes, 20 minutes max. So you can have your virtual healing. It's a great success. A lot of people are enjoying it. We are receiving a lot of incentive messages, which, by the way, in name of the group, I want to say thank you for all the compliments we have received. This is what we have now, my friends. Here in Ireland, there sometimes they tell, "Oh, lockdown." Next day, "Oh, no lockdown." The other day, "Oh, lockdown now." Oh, we don't know what's going on. We don't know what to do. But people are looking for healing. That's the way we could find. And thankfully for all those volunteers, uh, we are having it. Um, and next Thursday we do have our study on the Spiritist book study, 7:15, and Sunday we will have our Sunday talk. And this Sunday it's Nate. She will be with us. Okay, I think that's all the announcement. Oh yes, I forgot one. Wednesday, 8:30, we do have our Spirits Book Study Group. If you want to be part, Tanya and Neide will, will be happy to have you there. Just send an email to spiritismireland@gmail.com and Neide will send you the link to join the meeting. Okay? Wanderlei, thank you very much for your time. Thank you for covering me at the beginning. I could make to share with you this moment. Thank you, thank everybody who was here. Robbie, Don, Kizombamba, Leandro, Lea, Paula, Jason, uh, and many others here. So thank you. Patrocinio, thank you. Chris is here with us. Yeah, thank you. Enjoy the rest of the day. Let me do the final prayer. So I want to say thank you for the blessings received, for this moment we could share what we read, sharing our thoughts, getting your thoughts, and everybody will now think about the words we have said today, apply these to your days, and evaluate the results. May this prayer reach out to our brothers and sisters who are sick, who are lost, who are thinking about suicide, who are deep with depression. May this prayer reach out all the leaders of each country to do or to have to make better decisions in name of the people, not in name of the prophets. May we have a blessed day. So be it. Amen. Okie dokie. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mandele. Thank you, my friend. Nice to have you
Same
here
guys.
with us.
Nice to have you here, Steven. So
Thank you. Bye bye.